If you've been wanting to learn how to build AI agents that can actually sell for you on Instagram 24/7, and not just using preset messages, but actually talking back and forth with people and sending actual AI generated voice notes back and forth with these leads, so that way they sound like real people, then this video is for you. So to get started, we're going to navigate over to the BooSend dashboard. And in order to build our AI agent, it's going to automatically receive all of the messages and reply to leads. The cool part is with BooSend, you automatically have that template ready to go. So all you have to do is come down to this templates area. You have to find the inbox agent and press on import. Once you've imported a template, you're going to be ready to build. Okay, so with the template now here, you're going to see that the entire workflow is pretty much set up for you to use. But we have a couple of things left that we need to configure. Now, the first one is we have to configure our trigger. This is this very first node that determines how this automation is going to start. So in order for this automation to work seamlessly every single time somebody messages us in our inbox, what we're using the send a message trigger that basically triggers every time somebody sends us a message. And instead of using the basic keyword trigger, where you would set a keyword to have the message triggered, instead we're using what's called an AI intention recognition. The way this works is you simply have to give an AI model a prompt telling it which messages do you want to trigger this workflow, and then whenever you get a new message, AI is going to look at that message, determine whether or not it fits this description, and if it does, it's going to put that lead and start this automation. So in this case, we have the prompt that says, if somebody messages me asking about my services or asking about purchasing or potentially working with us. Now, this right here is meant as a sample prompt. You want to rewrite this prompt to be triggered whenever you want this automation to be triggered. Now, once you've rewritten this prompt, all you have to do to have it saved is press on save. And now your workflow is going to be triggered whenever somebody messages you in the way you've described. So that part is already taken care of. Now, one huge piece of advice that we already include inside of this template, before having AI agents immediately start responding to your leads, make sure you have some sort of a delay. Most people don't reply to DMs within 3 seconds of getting them, and that is how fast most AI models will take to reply to leads. So instead, what we want to do is we want to introduce like a 5-minute delay before the AI agent step, so that way it seems natural when the AI agent responds to the lead. That way it could seem like it's actually you or someone from your team messaging the person. Okay, so now after this 5-minute delay, we finally get to our AI agent step. And this is now where the cool part starts. So when you open your AI agent node, you're going to see your configuration panel. Inside of this configuration panel, you're going to have a couple of things to set up. So let's go to it step by step. Now the first part is the AI steps. These steps are actually a very simple way for you to train your AI agent on how it should talk and respond to your leads. The way it works is super simple. Instead of giving somebody a script, you have to describe to this AI agent what it's supposed to accomplish in each part of the conversation. So in your first step, you might want your AI agent to talk to the lead, introduce itself, find out how the lead found out about the opportunity, and just open the chit chat. In your second step, you might want to start qualifying the lead with some easy questions. You want to give the AI agent the exact questions you want it to ask and tell it how you want it to make decisions based on the lead's answers. And the very important thing here is you have to describe to the AI agent everything you want it to accomplish within a step and how it should know when it has accomplished that step. That way it knows when it's supposed to move on. And if you do that correctly, these AI agents are going to talk back and forth with the lead, stuck in step number 1, constantly talking to the lead, asking questions, answering questions from the lead until they've accomplished what they're supposed to do. Then they're going to move on to the step 2 and step 3 until they finally close the lead on setting up an appointment, buying your products or services, or anything else that you're training your AI agents to do. Now, once you've configured your steps, the next thing you have to do is you have to configure your end conversation prompt. This is going to determine literally when your AI agents are supposed to stop talking to the person. You have to tell them when to end the conversation. So this is going to be when the lead is disqualified. You want to describe what that scenario is and tell it to stop talking to them then. If you don't do this, the AI agent is going to continuously talk to your leads forever and it's never going to stop. You have to add the end conversation prompt in order for your AI agent to know when it should stop talking to its leads. After you've done that, the next thing you have to do is you have to add a knowledge base. This gives the AI agent files and resources so that it has all the information to answer your lead's potential questions. So you want to use the knowledge base so you don't have to write these huge prompts that are going to confuse the agents. Instead, you can give the agent access to a PDF talking about your company, your products and services and what you offer, or you can connect it directly to your landing page or a website, and the AI agent can extract the information from there, and whenever a lead asks it a question that it doesn't have available outside of its prompt, it's actually able to use the knowledge base to find the information. The way that this works is you simply have to select the knowledge base, and once you've selected it, inside of your prompt, you have to mention it. So you could simply tell the agent, look at, and then you simply add the @ sign the same way you would tag somebody on Instagram, and you want to add a knowledge base. So you can say, look at BooSend, which is the knowledge base we have, to get and then you would tell it the information you want to get. And if you have multiple knowledge bases connected to the agent, you simply want to tell it which knowledge base to use in which scenario. Once you've done that, the AI agent is now going to know, whenever a user asks that question, to look at a knowledge base instead of coming up with an answer on its own. And that actually brings us to the last part of our AI agent, which is we have to set up our AI model and our system prompt. So your AI model is going to determine which model powers the AI agent. You can have here anything from ChatGPT to Gemini to Grok. You select the one you like, or you can put it on auto, in which case our system is going to automatically determine which model is going to be best suited to respond to the question, and then it's going to use that model to reply to the lead. So you can select the model. In this case, let's go with ChatGPT 5. You can then write your system prompt. Now, as I said, in the system prompt, you want to make sure you include all of the information about the knowledge bases. You want to make sure you include all of the information about tools that you're going to use, which I'm going to talk about in a second. And on top of this, the last thing you want to make sure you include is the personality of your AI agent. The agent is not going to do anything differently based on these steps if you tell it in this prompt. These steps are going to determine what the agent does. This prompt is going to determine how the agent does it. And it is a very key differentiator to keep in mind. So don't tell the agent what to do here. Make sure you specify that inside of the steps. Same way, don't tell the agent how to behave up here. Tell the agent how to behave inside of the system prompt. And now once you've configured that, you have to figure out whether it's sending a first message or whether it's waiting for a message. To simplify this, waiting for a message basically means that the AI agent is waiting for the user to message us and then it's going to reply. Or if we have the send first message, then the AI agent is going to initiate a conversation. In this case, the lead would have messaged us, the automation would have triggered, and now we want the AI agent to send the first message. So we would have the send first message turned on, and now our AI agent is ready to start talking to leads. So now every single time somebody messages you, as long as their message lines up with this AI prompt, it is going to trigger this automation, it's going to wait for 5 minutes, and then this AI agent is going to go into the conversation to sell to your leads. But how do we get this AI agent to be 100 times more personal? And I actually mean give it the ability to send real voice notes to people on Instagram. That way it doesn't seem like it's a robot talking, it seems like it's an actual person on the other side of the phone. So all we have to do is we have to come inside of the AI agent and we have to find this tools connector dot. From here, you can simply drag out and you're going to get a menu like this, giving you an availability of all of the tools that you can use. Now we're going to have future videos breaking down each and every one of these tools, so don't worry about that right now. The main thing I want you to focus on is sending AI voice messages with your agent. To do this, we can either use the ElevenLabs voice tool or the MiniMax voice tool. These are the two different AI models that BooSend integrates with right now. We will have more models in the future, so if you're watching this video maybe sometime in the future and you see other models here, you can use those as well. And all you have to do is simply select the model that you want to use. So in this case, I'll select ElevenLabs. And then you're going to have your configuration panel open. Here, you simply have to select your voice. So in this case, I can select my AI clone from ElevenLabs. And then adjust the volume and speed of the voice. If you need to figure out exactly how to use ElevenLabs or MiniMax inside of BooSend, I'll have a link to those videos below this video. But right now, all you have to do is just set up your voice. And then the last thing you have to set up is you have to set up your voice response frequency. This is going to determine how often the AI agent is going to send voice notes. So you can either have it always send voice messages, meaning it's always going to talk to the lead through voice notes, or you can have it set up as a custom combination. You can also do a 50-50 with one voice, one text. However, what I want to show you is what really spikes up the realism, which is the custom option. Here you can set up a unique percentage that is going to determine when the AI agent is going to send a voice note. So we can say, for example, that only 10% of messages are voice notes. And now whenever the user is talking to the agent, 1 in every 10 messages is going to be an AI-generated voice note. That way, the conversation doesn't seem like it's forced, because not everybody sends voice notes 24/7, but it still seems human, because you kick in with the voice note every now and then. And this is going to ultimately allow your AI agents to sound 100 times more human. And as you saw, this was super simple to set up. It took us literally less than 10 minutes to get the entire AI agent ready to go from the template, configured with an AI voice tool to send AI-generated voice notes. If you want to set this up for yourself, you can do so with a link down below to sign up for BooSend Fortnite. If you want to set this up for yourself, you can do so at BooSend.ai. You can sign up for completely free for 7 days. You can click the link below this video as well. And if you want to see more videos just like this one showing you how to build AI sales systems inside of your DMs, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because we're going to be putting out a lot more videos showing you the real life strategies that you can use as a business owner to automate your Instagram DMs to make more sales. But this is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.